Hello and welcome back. I'm so excited you're here today with me for the DNA test results of the AlterMe kit. I am Jess and I'm so excited that you clicked on this video. Fun fact, the past few weeks while I've been waiting for these DNA results, I did break out in some hives. The allergy life in Florida is wild. There are so many things going on all the time. We've had sneezing attacks and it's just been a little whirlwind of events. But we finally got the results in and I'm so excited to share with you. The whole process has been cool, and I will say for companies that truly try to promote their product, they don't try to shove it down your throat, which I really liked. I didn't end up buying their full-on building my own plan, which I will get into a little bit later here, and I will talk to you a little bit more about what I took away from it and just the benefits and the results that I got. All right, so to get started, they send you a link and just say DNA portal. They contact you and want to talk to you and kind of give you that opportunity to go through the information and understand it thoroughly. And then they are very upfront and honest at the beginning, like, hey, I will give you all this information either way, but we do want to know if you're interested in possibly joining us in a plan. And I was just very upfront and honest, saying I'm not interested at this time for that opportunity, but that doesn't mean down the road I may not tap back in and be like, hey, let's try it out. All right, so we start out and click that link. It sends you to the portal. You get to the portal and it has your full-on DNA report. How exciting. So they go through your overall goal that you put into place at the beginning. When you initially sign up, you have to set a goal for what you're doing this for. What are your results that you're seeking, right? So my overall goal was just to live longer. I put in important traits such as maybe weight loss, recovery, long-term health. Overall long-term health was my focus. So it talks about all the pieces. It talks about your life and DNA, your overall lifestyle and your DNA, which I really love. They talk about the 4 pillars: exercise, recovery, sleep, and nutrition. I will say I'm really adamant about my sleep and my nutrition. I'm not as great about my recovery because that involves how my body handles stress. And then exercise I'm pretty good at, but I could definitely ramp it up a little bit. Okay, so then they break it down even further and they say, okay, your genetic profile. I put down that I'm a mixed athlete and that I prefer cardio and strength. And so then they break it down. So when you can actually click on the PDF version. So I like the PDF version because I can just go through no problem, which is right here. And here they actually send you all the info on it's a note from our science and performance team, and they specifically dive in to your DNA. So I can see that a little better. They break it down for talking about what the genetic testing is. And again, this is pretty cool because it focuses on my body specifically and how it adjusts to nutrition, balance, stress, all these things. And it just overall has helped me kind of learn a little bit more about myself, which I'm enjoying. Just like any company, they put in there you know, the basics. They obviously want you to join and get a better health at the end of the this report. They want you to buy into their plan and product. And I do feel like, from what I've kind of learned, it feels a lot like the Aura Ring, but like amplified on the biometrics. It follows your DNA and your body and your lifestyle. So the whole combination of having that genetics piece, I think, is really cool. Added extra. All right, so they give you a full rundown of your results summary. So you can just see it. There's like 3 categories, and then each one has the specific, it gives you the specific DNA sample that's connected there to them. And then I'm going to go through what those all mean. So right down here, it goes and dives deep into what each category should look like for you. All right, so just to give you a little rundown for the results, I did not so bad. Very exciting. All right, so I got the results of my overall best exercise. My results are saying to use resistance bands and strength workouts to help me build muscle, boost metabolism, and burn fat. Obviously, this is a super cool program. They also can allow you to have like coaching through it, I believe, if you sign up. There's a lot of pieces to it that seemed really neat. It is like almost an exchange for going to a doctor. Now, that doesn't mean you're actually like stopping going to your doctor, but it's equivalent to like going to a doctor for a year. There's a lot behind it that seems really neat and technology based, while also implementing your genetics and tying in your daily routine in life with nutrition and health, and it's pretty advanced. It's pretty cool. So my results talked for ease of weight loss, I was average. So for exercise, just to backtrack real quick, for exercise, I got mixed. So I'm supposed to do a combination of cardio and strength. That's what they say would be best for my results. And then ease of weight loss. Okay, so ease of weight loss, I got average. So that means that I don't struggle or have like any genetic advantage or disadvantage in losing weight. I'm pretty much like your average person that's gonna gain and lose when they are going through a fitness journey. And then let's see, it doesn't mean that you can't reach your goals. It just means that you maybe need a little bit more customized approach. So keeping off the weight, I am above average on this one. My DNA is solid, guys. I am very excited. This is great. Impact of eating carbohydrates. So this one I got higher. Oh, shoot. The ability to use carbohydrates, meaning that there is good results in weight loss, muscle gain, or maintaining. So overall, it's looking pretty great. Basically, my genes say that carbs play a critical role in how my body processes them. Like, my genes play a critical role in the carbs. Impact of eating protein, I'm just average on this one, which just means that like it's not like pounding protein into me that's going to change my body physique. Yes, it's going to benefit me, but it's just more about the consistency for my body and repairing those muscles. So that protein goes straight to rebuilding and supporting the muscle. And then the impact of eating, I got average, meaning my body processes fat in a very typical way. Awesome. Inflammation, also average. This one was very interesting to me because I have a lot of joint pains, but I was an athlete, so that could just have played a role there. I don't do anything that's crazy on the hands and knees, but I like to be active, and I have always been active. So, wear and tear over time, which is supernatural for the human body, for anyone. Okay, motivation. I got external. The options were internal and external. I got externally motivated to exercise, meaning that I'm not naturally always going to enjoy physical activity just for the sake of it. I kind of love how they worded these because it's pretty spot on with how I would report back for everyone, for myself anyway. All right, bone density. This one was interesting as well. Bone density came up as slightly above average, which does give more risk of fractures and a tendency toward lower than average mineral density. So that means that my bones specifically require more attention to stay strong, which, as I've been looking into it, at 30 and older, you start to lose a percentage of bone density every year. So you want to include very nutritional meals and then also improve that bone density, right? Like lifting and strength training while also getting in that cardio. And then I also got mental decline risk. My result was slightly above average. This starts to happen as you tend to age. Your brain function challenges over time and experience challenges with memory. But again, these steps you can do and help build and protect your brain health. And that's something that I love that they add in there, is that knowing this allows you to be proactive. And so if you start early now to keep your brain sharp, as you start to age, even though genetics play a role, it won't, you have the ability to kind of fluctuate how that looks in the grand scheme of things. So your actions truly do make a big difference in maintaining the cognitive health as you age. And then chronotype, my result came in as moderately. It says inclined to be an evening person. This was kind of interesting because I've always represented myself as a morning person, and to hear that I'm now more evening, I'm interesting. Okay, I could see it, but not sure about that one. It just talks about the genetic predisposition and the informed choices, knowing your well-being and your natural tendencies, and maximizing on those things that you're doing. So overall, it does just talk about how, okay, let me finish up. So we have one more. It's stress and anxiety resilience. And I came out average for this one with my DNA. And it says average stress tolerance, meaning you might feel the effects of everyday challenges more strongly than those with higher stress resilience. You're not alone. And then it also talks a little bit more about knowing how to take control, right? Taking those steps of mind and body, doing that yoga, getting in some type of relaxation exercises and maintaining that healthy lifestyle, which is super important for myself and why I've kind of dove in deeper to this. So my major takeaways from this is I did not end up going with a further plan, but I did love the DNA test results, and I did love the ability to speak with someone freely and knowledgeable in this category and understand a little bit better of things that I already do, but maybe implement them in a different way. I thought the DNA overall was super cool that they were able to track my genes and pull all this information from it. I would love to maybe look back into it in the future. Just right now, I'm not interested to create a plan. But if you liked this video and you're enjoying, I would totally love for you to subscribe to my channel, like this video here, comment below. I am so excited to see where this journey is going to take us, and send me a comment of the next thing you want me to review or check out. These are just honest reviews and trying to better us and better myself and my lifestyle, and hopefully others can join in and do the same. Peace.